Welcome back to Reading and Running. Jake here, as always. Thanks for joining me today. I'm going to be doing my first Booktube tag. This will be the newbie book tag. It's obviously not my first video, but I thought this would be a fun way to explain a little bit more about my motivations for creating this channel and letting you know a little bit more about myself. I don't think I'll be doing too many Booktube tags in the future, but this one seemed kind of fun. Just like I said, a way for me to tell you a little bit more about myself and my reading tastes, my reading journey. So let's jump right into some of these questions. Why did you start this channel? Well, I started it because I've been a long time Booktube lurker. I've been watching Booktube for probably 6 or 7 years, and I've always thought it would be fun to make a channel, to join the community, be able to explore different genres with other readers. And so this year I finally, built up the confidence and just decided to jump right into it. Obviously, it's a challenging thing, There's lots of reasons to not start doing it, but I figured I've wanted to do it for so long, so why not just give it a shot this year? And it's been a lot of fun so far, trying to learn the ins and outs. What unique things do you think you can bring to Booktube? Well, of course, this is a dual-purpose channel, so I think it's going to be something different. You're going to see running content. You're also going to see reading content, and you're going to see where those two passions of mine come together. So I think that could be something really fun and really unique to bring to Booktube next year. When we're not kind of in the middle of winter, I'm going to start doing a lot more running content, hopefully, and taking you along on some of my adventures through the mountains here and along on the trails with me. And I'll talk about books while I'm running, so it should be something a little bit novel, a little bit fun. So what am I most excited about? This is a good question. I think just being part of the Booktube community. I know it's not a new thing to say, but it is pretty exciting to meet people on a deeper level, connect with new books. I'm always looking for the new thing to read, something exciting, something different, something that's going to challenge me, get out of my comfort zone. Why do I love reading? I love reading for many reasons. I love reading for its ability to transport me out of my headspace or the here and now, take me on a journey, take me into a different world. I love to learn from reading. I use reading a lot as my filter for the world and how I understand life and what being a human is. I think reading is so powerful in that sense that it can give you the essence of people through stories. It's my favorite way to broaden my horizons. It's my favorite way to learn. It's my favorite way to connect with others. So many reasons to love reading. I'm sure you all have your favorite reasons. Let me know in the comments below why you like reading so much. What got you started as a reader? What got me into reading? Well, we were always a big reading family. We always read to each other on road trips. My parents always read to us when I was a kid. There was always books all over the house. We had bookcases full of books. Calvin and Hobbes, those comics when I was a kid were huge. I read a lot of different stuff when I was younger, and then just always was a presence in my life. My brother was a huge reader and a really fast reader, and he was always just giving me books or telling me about books, and we would I would ask for books for my birthday or Christmas. It was just such a big part of growing up, who I am. And yeah, that's basically how I got into reading. What challenges do you think you will face in your booktube journey? Well, I've already run into quite a few challenges. I mean, making videos, that's really tricky. Video editing, it's a whole skill set that I'm learning as I go. I hope to get better, obviously, and improve and make more exciting, aesthetically pleasing, fun to watch content. But it's going to be a learning process. I think that will be my biggest challenge. And just maintaining, any sort of schedule has been difficult already. I've only made a handful of videos, but they've been spaced out quite a bit. Making the time for this is definitely a commitment, and that's going to be a challenge to just maintain consistency. So it'll be fun to challenge myself in that way and see where this channel goes. Where do you read? Where do I read? I read everywhere. I read every day. If I'm on the bus on my way to work, I'm reading usually at lunch at work. I'll read a little bit, even if it's a couple pages only. On my commute home, if I'm on the bus, again, I'm reading. Sometimes I run to work or ride my bike. If I'm doing that, I've got an audiobook going. I listen to audiobooks pretty much all the time. I mean, when most people listen to music, probably I'm listening to an audiobook. Doing the dishes, doing the laundry, running errands, grocery shopping. I've always got the audiobooks going. I read when I have free time. I'll sit down and read before dinner, after dinner. I always read every night before I go to sleep. That's a habit I'm in. Some nights it's multiple chapters. Some nights it's a paragraph before I fall asleep. But I always read before bed. So I'm always trying to read wherever I can, whenever I can. And that's just how I'm able to read as much as I do. All right, we are now into the last question. This is, what kind of books do you like to read? I'm a big fan of science fiction and fantasy, and one of my goals actually for next year is to read more science fiction, particularly kind of do a little bit of a survey, read stuff from the 60s, the 70s, the 80s, kind of see the growth of the genre. I haven't read a lot of the older stuff. I'm excited to do that. Fantasy, I love fantasy. I love just fiction, historical fiction, contemporary fiction. I read a little bit of a few nonfiction things here and there. I like travel writing and kind of adventure books. Like that would fall into the nonfiction category. I read a little bit of everything. But I'm always looking to expand my horizons and expand into other genres. Just recently I read my first manga. I'm reading through Berserk, and that's been really interesting and different, and I'm really enjoying that. Of course, I've talked about graphic novels on this channel. I really like graphic novels. So I just kind of read pretty widely, whatever I'm in the mood for. I jump around a lot from genre to genre. And one of the things I'm excited about with being part of the Booktube community is to read even more widely and challenge myself to read just different types of books. Well, thank you everyone for joining me on this episode of Reading and Running and getting a little bit more insight into who I am, why I like to read what I like to read, kind of a reader I am. And if you want to throw a comment down below, let me know what got you into reading, what your favorite book is, who your favorite author is, or what kind of genres you most enjoy, please do so. I'd love to hear from you. If you are enjoying the channel and what you've been seeing so far, do please subscribe. And yeah, I hope to see you around in the future. Thanks for watching.